Barnett. He is outside a Silicon Valley Bank location in Santa Clara, California. Errol, good to see you. I know this morning when we spoke a little bit, there were a handful of people lined up waiting for the bank to open. I'm not sure if it's open yet. It's about 8 a.m. there. What are you seeing? What are you hearing from customers?
Hey there, Nikki and Anne-Marie. Great to see you both. That's right. Outside the headquarters here in Santa Clara, the line of customers eager to access their funds has only grown. And I just want to point out to you, part of their frustration right now, while they're welcoming the news from the government over the weekend, is that the communication from the company, since it failed, has effectively been nil. They can't use their two-factor authentication to access the online accounts. And when they come to the front door, they see a message posted to the glass window, which is simply an announcement from over the weekend that the government is taking over. I can step aside and show you just some of the people who are in line. I can count now maybe 8 different customers who are here. I spoke with one of them, a founder and CEO of a company that has millions, in some cases these folks have tens of millions of dollars effectively behind that door. His company is called Strong Compute, which uses artificial intelligence and algorithms to help doctors and hospitals create imagery so they can cure disease. He's frustrated that this bank was effectively playing fast and loose with money, but he's thankful that President Biden said they should have access to their cash and the leadership will be held accountable. But Anne-Marie and Nikki, the customers I've been speaking with, don't know exactly what that means. So the bank opens in less than an hour, and they will literally try to walk inside and find out, discover how many of their employees they can pay, how much money they'll have access to. And some of these are new startups, but there are also customers of this bank like Roku. Many viewers may be streaming this programming on a Roku device. Also Etsy, a popular website many people use. And so there are still some open questions. They want to know how much money they'll have access to and when. We also don't know what it really means for the CEO and the leadership of this bank to be held accountable. One woman telling me, she's from Australia, that in Australia, when a CEO is held accountable, it means they see the inside of a jail cell. So a lot of anxiety, a lot of uncertainty, and for all of these folks and their employees, this is not over yet.
So, I mean, did anyone say that once they get in there, they just want to pull their money out, that they're ready to look for another bank or maybe a more mainstream bank alternative? I mean, the one thing about this bank is that they were willing to open their doors to startups who don't have a lot of money, who don't have a lot of equity, they don't have credit, but they were willing to support these, sort of cutting-edge new platforms. So has anybody said they're done with it, they want to go more mainstream?
Come on, get in.
Yeah, I think when you have an experience like this, it really does sour the taste of keeping your money here. And since the bank is effectively dissolved, they will need to find other places to move their funds. But you make a great point, Anne-Marie. While this is nothing like 2008, a widespread mortgage crisis that really touched everybody, this is hitting Silicon Valley hard because banks need to be trusted. Venture capitalists need places to put their money, and they do need a lot of capital to get their ideas off the ground and move it ahead for the next couple of years. And we discuss on this program all the time the impact that rising interest rates have on all of us. So this is one example of a bank that had made a decision to use use customers' funds to buy long-term treasury bonds at a fixed interest rate, and they then had to sell those bonds at a loss, which means they didn't have the money that all these customers need. The question for a lot of people is, well, how common is that? How fast and loose are other banks in this part of the country playing? And a banking professor we spoke with just yesterday, he teaches at Berkeley, he said that while even the Biden administration and the government is trying to reassure people and say, don't worry, we have regulations, we'll take care of things, his question is, why didn't the government do more sooner? This bank has been seeing interest rates jump for a long time, and its deposits went from 50 billion back in 2018, 2019 to more than 200 billion. So that looks suspicious. That doesn't look typical for a bank anywhere in the country.
Hey man, I could say this, yo. It's a scary feeling when you have a whole lot of money in the bank and something happens like that. That is a scary feeling. Scary, scary feeling. I'm looking at here. It said that it was like at the time it was like one of the 16th largest in America, largest bank in America, and then it so lost so much value. Hey, now all I can say this, y'all, people, this I can't even say be careful with put what type of bank you put what type of money put in your bank because you never know what happened to a bank because some stuff will happen like that. But hey, y'all, really for me personally, I trust credit unions to put my stuff in there. You know, credit unions. They, you know, my granddad told me about the benefits of going to a credit union compared to regular bank. I'm going to use credit union, and I definitely trust credit union. So, guys, I just say this: just be careful which bank you put your money into. Um, you know, choose the bank that's right for you, and you know, hopefully those situations, a situation like this won't happen to your bank because this right in Silicon Valley Bank too, and in that area, that county, is one of the richest counties in the country, yo. But yeah, man, people just be safe with your money to make sure you pick the right bank. That's my take.
See, people understand something. Back in 2007, 2008, they had also had a banking crisis as well. People probably not aware of that. There was a bank literally gave out too many loans for housing, so they bank crashed. So bank crash always happen all the time. It's just this one right now happened right after the pandemic, and like he said, like the analyst said, which is true. The reporter, the bank literally came from 40 billion to 200 billion. So how quickly did the bank crash that quickly when you have money like that? So me, I did in and I looked up. The bank did a lot of loans, just like the situation that transpired in 2007 and 2008, and that will allow the bank to crash. Because remember, I think it was the FICDIC something. They are able to insure a certain amount of money. So when the bank lost all those loans, they're not able to insure those type of money. So that's why the bank closed for that day to see, and that's when the government got involved, and said, "Hey, we're gonna take it over from here because now y'all guys are pretty much risking other people's money who also have invested, or who also invest in the bank, and who also have money in the bank, which is in savings account, direct deposit, and also stocks and bonds." And this is why I say it's very important. I learned this from business economics. Do not leave money in the bank. Do not leave money in the bank. Money, if you have money in the bank, you got your money in the bank. Supposed to have money in another bank or have money in another form of resources like investments and other stuff. But don't leave it in the bank. But when you live in the bank, stuff like this happen. And mind you, some people have billions of dollars in the bank, and that's the issue. The people that have billions of dollars in the bank, they just left it in the bank. They didn't do nothing with it. It's just like, okay, I just left it secure in that. No, you got to be able to put in other assets, and not only that, put it in other banks, like Jordan said, put it in credit bank, put it all around, scatter your money, don't just leave it in one bank. Because when a situation like this transpire, you can't get your money. Now you're going crazy. You got to be more smart people. And then remember, this not just affect the middle person, it also affect the higher class as well. That's my take.
We all know that the banks is always playing monopoly with your money. Russian roulette. They've been doing this since the dawn of time. And just to piggyback what you're saying, you beautifully saying you have to diversify your portfolio. Banks is not the best way to keep all your money in one place. So that's my take.
And that's why it's so important to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember, we do go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern time. Remember, go to the community tab. In the community tab, we got the KI Cultural Radio t-shirt, and all that Prince Hakeem book, Black Love. Come support the platform. And if you do get the book, make sure you take a screenshot of it so we can put you in the community tab. Thank you for tuning in to KI Cultural Radio. We over right now.
Peace.
Peace.